Hello and welcome to Flippin Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 65, released September 1961. Our price, 25 cents, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, hey, thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It's the best way to help this channel grow, and I can't grow this channel without your support. We're sort of stuck at 460 something. Been there for a while. So if you've been on the fence, just give me a follow. Anyway, if you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. What do you get? You get a 6 set of stickers. You get an awesome stencil, which I don't, wait, where did it? Oh, here it is. You get an awesome stencil, and you also get some pretty cool buttons celebrating those founders of MAD, 4 of the 5, Wally Wood, Harvey Kurtzman, Jack Davis, and Will Elder. So, yeah, consider that. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go here. Oh, wait, where am I? Here I am. So anyway, we're back. We're back to like a pretty awesome age of Mad Magazine, the 1960s, that pre-100 numbering. It's good. It's good. You know, this era that I do, where I do the count for all the ads, it takes me a while to recover from that. This is usually when I get back to this time period, I feel fully recovered, and I don't know, I'm ready to move on. This is a beautiful Kelly Freas, Kelly Freas cover. Really cool looking. I think Kelly Freas also did that Ice Cube one. A lot of blues. Is that true? They both have a lot of blues, this cover and the Ice Cube cover. So I guess that's it. We got Quid me anxious sum. What me worry? I'm assuming that's what it says. I don't know. And I am curious, any Latin scholars, please critique my pronunciation of the Latin language and also the syntax of Mad Magazine's Latin in this. And here we have Alfred E. Neuman not doing his part in holding up the roof, and it's crumbling. I don't know. This is a really cute one. The interesting thing is all of these people down here, they look almost out of focus or something. I don't know what it is, but on my copy, it's kind of strange. This is a special summer travel issue. I don't know that they get that much into summer travel. Here we have, even this much can cause plenty of trouble. I wanted to bring this up because I thought it was prescient. Mainly for us, if you think carbon makes trouble for you, just wait till you see how much trouble this tiny little bit of fissionable material will make for us. Gulp is all we can say when we think of how profits will shrink, because just this much will run your car for a year. Gulp says the oil corporations, gasoline companies against nuclear fuels. It's a take on the Gulf advertisement. How come we don't have nuclear energy? Like more of it? Aren't like places shutting it down? I think it's great. If you think it's great, leave a comment down below. If you think it's bad, leave a comment down below. Anyway, there's some weird stuff in this issue. Not the best issue, I will say right off the bat. But there are a few things that are like, ooh, choice. Here, let's zoom in. Do a little zoom. This really jumped out to me. Mad computer. You guys must feel important now. I read in the March issue of Popular Science that an electronic computer called the Michigan Algorithm Decoder, initials MAD, prints a typewriter picture like the one attached of your friend, including his motto, when the machine is fed the wrong information. That seems logical, doesn't it? Michael Pershing, Glencoe, Illinois. I'm going to make a note of that. I might look that up on the live stream. Mad computer. But this stood out to me initially because the Mad Code out in, I think it was in the early 80s issue. I forget it might be mid 80s, I don't know. But if you had a computer you could type in like basic and if you think a few other language code, like computer languages, I don't know. You could print out, it would first draw on the screen and then print out a beautiful picture of Alfred E. Neuman. In fact, if you ever watch the live stream, you would recognize it because I have video of a computer drawing it out. I don't know why I have headphones in. I'm not listening to anything but my own voice. Anyway, and then another one. Look at this is like a Max Brandel type thing. The boys working with me on the U.S. experimental rocket program enjoyed your article on sports typography. Henry B. Spitz, Teaneck, New Jersey. My guess is that was a Max Brandel article that played around with typography. Here we have a realistic children's book for realistic children. A hole is what you need this book. A hole is what you need this book like in your head. A hole is what you need this book like in your head. Okay. I think I understand it now. By Pearl and Gary Belkin, illustrated by Joe Orlando. This starts out real dark. These Joe Orlando illustrations they're kind of interesting. Their proportions are weird, so it looks like sort of like kind of like sexy midgets, and then their children. It's kind of strange. A mother is to hide behind when daddy gets mad at you. Ugh. A father is to give you long lectures about how wonderful he was when he was a boy. Boy, coming at dad's hard. A brother is to blame things on. A sister is to blame things on you. A grandmother is to spoil you. A tantrum is to throw in front of a grandmother so she'll holler at your mother and then spoil you more. I did like this one. A teacher is to lose patience with you. Open school week is when your crabby teacher smiles a lot. I think that hits pretty close to home for me. I'm not going to lie. A babysitter is a girl who gets 75 cents an hour to watch your TV set. A piano is to practice loud on when your mother is trying to make a phone call, so she'll tell you to go out and play. An allowance is to get an advance on. I don't know. This is sort of hit or miss. The artwork is okay. I hope you guys understand what I meant by sexy midgets. They sort of like came out of the gate with the best joke, which is a shame. And that was the joke about child abuse. Here we have a beautiful Don Martin, the inventor. Aha, at last it is complete. My new miracle cake baking machine. What will I think of next? Click. Ka-chunk, 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 boing. Again, this is the story that could have been told in one page, but that genius Don Martin tells it in two to maximize his returns. So here we have, how Madison Avenue could sell America to the world. I don't know. This was okay. A lot of this magazine style stuff. A lot of the magazine style stuff isn't really the most appealing to me. If you watch this channel a lot, I'm not that keen on reading. I like doing I like the cartoons. Love stuff like this. Let's look at this. This first of two Spy versus Spy. Okay, they have their little ukuleles or something, or something. They open them up. Look at the white spy pulls out a gun, and then the black spy pulls out a violin and plays it horribly, and the white spy scampers away. I thought this was so funny because nobody dies. There's no death, no destruction, very little mayhem, just the shrieking of a violin. I thought that was kind of a nice twist, though they're still giving like his introduction as like a Cuban political immigrant. So it probably wasn't a twist at the time. It was just like, all right, well, this is what it is. Now here we have something that like Oh, I was so bummed out when I saw who the artist was because it's an artist I really like. Um, television programs aimed at late audiences, and the writer is Frank Jacobs, and the artist is Wallace Wood. And oh, I'm not that excited when I see Wallace Wood painting. He's talented and everything, but it's like this looks like mud to me, right? Like it's so dark. I like higher contrast things, and it's like everything is just there's so gray and dark and gloomy looking that I mean even these whites are just like overwhelmed by all the darkness around them. It's not fun to look at, and it's not really that humorously drawn. So I don't know. That was a bit of a bummer. Here we have something. These have been hiding out throughout all of the magazine. These are special. What do you call it? License plates for the historian. MDC XCC. Visit Hyannisport. What is that one? I gotta Google this. Oh poo! I forgot to thank the patrons. Damn it. MDCXII. Roman 1612. I don't know. Hey, if you know what happened in 1612, leave a comment down below. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I mean, this is the real bummer is that it just goes on like this. It just goes on like this. Ooh, do you know what I like? You know why I'm excited? I hope you understand why I'm excited. Every summer, millions of Americans escape the heat by crowding onto the nation's beaches. Well, the heat's out on again because be it lakeshore or seashore, you can be darn sure there will be idiotic behavior like the following episodes, comprising a mad look at the beach, rightist and ardor. Try that again. Writer and artist, Davy Berg. Yes, my man, Davy Berg. He's in it to win it. Look at this. This is, for those of you who don't know, for you uncultured swine, probably cracked readers, a mad look at wasn't always Sergio Aragones. It used to be done by very talented artists like Dave Berg. And I know that sounds sarcastic, but Dave Berg at this time, I love Dave Berg. Hey, get a load of that one. Man, she is built. Wow, take a gander at that redhead. Look at this is all very body positive, by the way. Did you ever see a figure like that blonde's? Irving, I'm waiting. There's that old bag of a wife of mine spoiling my fun again. The grass is always greener, right? That's like a little lesson. I must have gone through this before. All of this looks very familiar to me and it is fantastic. It is so good. These ones. Golly, what a dope. I forgot to mute my phone again. Look at this stuff. We got lockers. Oh, I love this one. It's so good. Oh my God. Oh, Screech. He didn't mean to. The wind blew it. Now he's embarrassed. I love it. Oh, Dave Berg. These are so swell. Look at it. I love this one. Look at the way he draws people. Like his characters have character. Isn't that? I mean, why didn't anybody tell him like, Dave, you're doing bad art. You used to do cool art that was like fun and quirky. And like, look at this. Look at this guy. This is weird. It almost looks like it's not part of the same. So he schleps it out. Look at how hard he's working. Look at his ingrate family. They're just bitching at him, harping at him, hectoring and nagging him. This poor man sets everything up. And then, of course, boom, there he is. Dude, this is like a masterpiece. And I mean that in completely unironically. All right. That was, are you kidding me? That was beautiful. What an amazing story that he told. golly, and some of you people don't appreciate him. You make me sick. Anyway, a mad guide to classified advertising abbreviations. I did want to like jump into this a little bit because, I'm a young man. I'm a spring chicken. I'm a millennial. All right. And I know that term for a lot of you older folks, your hair stands on end when you hear that term, millennial. But it's true. I am. But I remember these. I remember advertisements in the newspaper that would have this code, this weird code of abbreviations and initialisms, and you somehow had to understand what it was. And I don't know if anybody established these codes or if it was just people in the know knew or could infer the meaning of them. It's pretty spot on, I have to say. So let's look at this. This is a house for sale. So ATTR, I don't know what that'd be. Con bung. What did that? My guess would be condemned bungalow, 2-bedroom, living room, formal dining room, 2-car garage attached, floor basement, flooded basement, FIP 19,000, LODN, FHA mortgage, and then that. So let's look at this. What does it actually mean? Atrocious construction bungle, 2BR, 2 broke. Wait a second. I just figured most of that stuff is what it actually was. One, we have a leaky roof, not a living room. Farmyard drains into rear. 2-car garage attaches 2 carloads of garbage in attic. Flooded basement. FB9. Fantastic profit at $19,000. Low down neighborhood. FA faces heralds mortuary. Let's see how I do with this one. Here we have used cars. A 56 Hudson hardtop sedan. I'm going to go with what I remember, not what's written here. Hardtop sedan, 2-ton RD, I don't know, and CRM, I don't know, R&H, WW, automatic transmission, power steering, bod per, low mileage, body perfect, I don't know. Let's see, what does it say? HT sedan, here's trouble for some dunce. 2 tons of rusted and corroded metal, R&H, rattles and heaves, WW, wheels wobble, auto transportable, but not under its own power, PWST, probably was stolen. Body perforated with bullet holes, low mileages, lawmen looking for it. I don't know. These are a lot of fun, and you get these cool illustrations by, who are these illustrations by? George Woodbridge. Oh, we love George Woodbridge here. All right, Matt's custom career designed European tours. I'm sorry, but we're just gonna keep on trucking because we're not even halfway through. But this is some beautiful Bob Clark paintings and drawings. And again, TV commercials with suspense. Some more Bob Clark. It's like, this dude, was this Bob Clark? Yeah, Bob Clark again. He's just printing money at Mad Magazine at the time. I wish he was still alive. I want to talk to him. Here's like a fake magazine, Medical Illustrated. I hate these. I hate them. I'm sorry. It's just like the least interesting thing. It's a magazine in a magazine. It's too meta. I don't know if that's even the word I want. It's a bit much. Mad's auto travel game. And here we have another Joe Orlando. I think I can make this complaint about Joe Orlando every single time. But the biggest bummer is that his artwork never looked as good in MAD as it did in the EC Comics. His EC Comics stuff was cool as hell. All right, Bob. I feel like I should probably do warn people, because there are some stereotypical depictions of I don't know, Chinese people. presumably because it's karate. But it's too cool to pass up. It's really some cool illustrations and some like very funny things. Like, and it's not funny because it's making fun of Asians. It's funny because it's like it's violent and people are getting hurt. So it's about karate. Well, let's read. I should read the intro. I really should. Ever since the end of World War II, it has been considered quite stylish for Americans to adopt some of the traditions of Oriental culture, such as judo, Zen Buddhism, sukiyaki, and horn rim classes. The latest Japanese import is a rugged form of physical combat. Oh, karate is Japanese. Well, shows what I know. Rugged form of physical combat in which the participants employ ancient, respected Oriental techniques like slapping, kicking, biting, eye gouging, and rabbit punching. In other words, fighting dirty. This sport is known as karate. And here, look at, you have people getting their teeth kicked out. This guy putting his whole arm through the torso of another guy, chopping somebody's knees off entirely. Choose one from column A and one from column B. Column A, broken arm, cracked vertebrae, ruptured spleen. Column B, mashed kidney, crushed rib, ina lobanza. Don't know what that means. I hope I didn't just say a slur. So it goes through and, just talks about the dangers of karate. And all throughout, you have these awesome, this one has to be my favorite, the eye poke with the little eyeballs flying out in opposite directions. It is amazing. It's so beautiful. And look at this. This is funny, not now, because Japanese made goods are like, they're made as good as anything, right? Things in Japan. But at the time, post World War II, and they were rebuilding, they had the reputation of China, right? Where they was just making really, really poor quality stuff. But that joke doesn't really apply anymore. So it's like, God, this one like really makes me cringe. It kicks in, it's this toenail sticking through. Oh, that like, I have a genuine like disgusted reaction. No, here, okay. This is actually very important. Look at, it's all of this, and then suddenly, if you aren't paying attention, it's like you have you're reading a totally different thing. When I was looking at it, like, because I wasn't reading, that, I was like, wait, is there a page that got ripped out that like concluded the karate thing and is here? And no, it's basically talking about how useless karate is. Because you won't actually ever use it. And boy, oh boy, some of these illustrations by Bob Clark, I feel more comfortable admiring these ones because they're less racist. Anyway, so they're awesome. Bob Clark, no matter what he's drawing, if he's drawing Japanese people that I mistake as Chinese people, or just a white guy poking his finger into a beer can, I love it. I love it. Bob Clark is the man. This is a good one. Thank you, Don Martin, for keeping it to one page. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing except just roasting Don Martin and Dave Berg, and they aren't even here to defend themselves. You guys, I realize now that I did forget to say thank you to those people who support me on Patreon. And those people are Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Lil Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. Reflection of Perfection, you gotta check your Patreon because I need your address so I can send you stuff. Anyway, remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Toodaloo.